Hello. In this video, we're going to continue to look at a system of inequalities. I'm just going to go through one more example. We did several the other day, and hopefully you practiced about 4 or 5 on your homework. I just wanted to go through one more example. What I've noticed is few mistakes when they give you the inequality not in slope-intercept form. So the two that I have here, you'll notice that neither one of them is in slope-intercept form. So again, we have to do a little preliminary work before we start graphing. And if we make little mistakes in this first step, then our graphs end up wrong. All right. So as you can see here, our system, we have two inequalities. We're going to put them both in slope-intercept form first, and then we'll go ahead and we'll graph and we will shade. All right. So a couple key things, and this is kind of why I picked this one to do a little review. This one is almost in slope-intercept form. It says negative 2y less than or equal to negative 3x plus 4. All right. So although we do have the y all alone on the left side here, we do have this negative 2 times y. So we do need to kind of get rid of that negative 2. So what I need to do is I need to divide everything by negative 2. All right. And again, this is something we talked about previously. When I'm solving an inequality and I divide by a negative, in this case, we divided by negative 2, I have to remember that my inequality is going to flip the other way. All right. And again, be careful with your signs. Negative divided by negative here would be positive. So now we have our y. I do need to flip this inequality. So now it's going to be greater than or equal to. Here we have a negative divided by a negative. So that will give me a positive. So my slope is going to be a positive 3/2. Okay, and then here we have a 4 divided by a negative 2. That would be a negative 2, and that will be my intercept. All right, so that one is ready to graph. We'll do that in a minute. And then let's take a look at the other one in our system. We have 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to 9. All right, so this one's going to require a little more work because we have the 2x right over here on the left next to the 3y. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the 2x over to the other side. This 2x is positive right now, so if I want to move it over, I have to subtract it. All right, so now I have 3y greater than or equal to. I'm going to put my negative 2x in the front, so it looks like slope-intercept form. And my 9 is a positive, so I'm going to put plus 9. All right, now it kind of looks like the one we were just talking about. We have this 3 in front of the y. This is 3 times y. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to divide everything by 3. All right, this time I'm just dividing by a positive 3, so we do not need to turn the inequality. Again, you only turn the inequality if you divide it by a negative. All right, 3 divided by 3 is 1, so that gives me y greater than or equal to. There's one negative sign here, so that means my slope will be a negative 2/3 x. This is 9 divided by 3. They're both positive, so that would be plus 3. All right. So, oops. All right, so now they are both in slope-intercept form, and we can go ahead and we can start making our graph. All right. So, move that over. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to move my numbers out of the way here. You can look at them. I'll read them out loud as we graph here. So our first inequality was y greater than or equal to 3/2 x minus 2. So that means my intercept is minus 2. Okay, so I go to negative 2 on the y, and I put my point. My slope for our first inequality was a positive 3/2. So I go up 1, 2, 3 over 2. All right, I'm going to go up again, 1, 2, 3, and over 2. This inequality said since it said greater than or equal to, again, we can make a solid line. So again, remember to pay attention to that if your line should be solid or dashed, depending upon whether or not it says equal to or just greater than. Oops, I'm sorry, we can make a solid. I don't know why I'm going dash there. Sorry. All right, so there is our first inequality. And greater than, Greater than means I would be shading all of this. Greater than, we're going to go above. All right. Okay, so all of that section there. Okay. Now we go ahead and we do our second inequality. And again, our second one, we've got y greater than or equal to negative 2/3 x plus 3. All right, so our intercept is a positive 3. So I go up 1, 2, 3 on the y, put my point on positive 3. This one, we had a slope of a negative 2/3, negative 2/3. So from my point, I'm going to go down 2, that's 1, 2, and over to the right, 1, 2, 3. All right, down 2, over to the right, 1, 2, 3. And again, if your slope is negative, like we talked about, your line should be going downward. So when I connect my points, you'll see that the negative slope line is going downward. My first line was positive, and you can see that one is going up. All right. This one said greater than or equal to, again, so I can make another solid line through my 3 points. All right, so there it is. All right, and we have greater than. So greater than means I'm going to be shading above. Okay, and again, when you're looking for the solution to a system, you're looking for that section that is shaded twice. So if you can tell from my graph, you can kind of see like the little crosses here. In this section here, it is both pink and purple. So anything in that section, in this section right here, would be a solution to both inequalities. And again, sometimes you can check your shading by picking something in that section and then plugging it back into both inequalities to make sure it works. Or if I were to ask you to name a solution, you could choose anything in this section. So for example, maybe I picked this point right here. Okay, this would be a solution. Okay, and the ordered pair is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2 comma 5 would be one example of a solution for this particular system. All right. Okay, that's what you're going to be practicing again on your homework this evening, and that one you will take a photo and submit to me. So please let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.